Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a deep dive into healing after deep loss with the LA fires raging. I had lived there 20 years. My house was in the wildfire in Malibu in 2018. I have a thing or two to say about it, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please click the little subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications when I release new videos. And if you've been with me for a while, thank you so much and welcome back. I want to dive into this topic today. I have been doing reels on it. I mentioned it in my latest podcast that will be out soon. But I want to talk about it personally. My house was in the 2018 Malibu fire, the Woolsey fire. And so because of that, a lot of people have been asking me, what helped you during that time? And after I did that reel, a lot of people asked me, what didn't help you? What to not do? And I'm going to share that. First of all, if you're one of the people that have gone through deep loss or someone you know that has, whether it be the fire or something else, a lot of times you feel helpless. You don't know what to say or do. So I'm going to tell you. When I lost my house and my belongings in 2018, the best thing that happened was people reaching out to me. The consistent reaching out felt like food. It felt like I can do this. I'm not alone in this. When people would say things like, what can I bring you? You know what? I was just thinking about you today and this quote reminded me of you. Or, hey, sister, I'm just checking in. I know you said you're okay, but I'm just wondering how you're feeling today. That was everything. If you're going through this, it's going to take time. One of the things I've been saying lately is not to deny your feelings, not to feel bad if it takes forever to get over things, right? But to really let yourself go through the process and not jump right to everything's fine. No, it's not. The toxic positivity from other people and self-implemented is not healthy right now, because when I'm helping clients heal childhood trauma, I don't say jump to forgiveness. A lot of misinformed coaches and therapists do that, and it is not good. No, you have to be in the feeling of it. Why is it so important to be real about how you feel so you can heal in the moment so that you can get full acceptance of your reality? If you don't fully get to the place of I'm in this reality and this sucks and it may take me a while to rebuild and get out of this, and that's okay because this is what it is. When you do that fully, you can eliminate future trauma, future massive triggers, PTSD, and the wound continuing in another pattern. You can eliminate that because you integrate the process of what's going on and you come into acceptance and eventually healing and peace, guys. And what you need right now and what your friends can be for you right now is with you in this trauma so that you're not alone in it. Trauma gets exponentially worse when you're alone in it. So if someone you know goes through this, be with them. We will get through this. Not you will get through this. We will get through this. I am here with you every step of the way. You can cry at my house for hours. You can just call me 50 times this month if you need to. I mean, I got to work, but in between, I'm here for you. Toxic positivity is not helpful when people are in loss, trauma, and grief. So this is important. We need to go through the stages and we need to be fully present in the stages, and we need support while we go through it. Don't be afraid to ask for support. When I was in my situation, I had to move to another state because there was nowhere to go at the time, and I didn't want to burden anyone with my family and my dogs. So we moved from Malibu to Las Vegas. We had been looking for a second home in Vegas while the fires were happening. That's a whole story. The day of the fire, we didn't know anything was happening at all. We left our house with a dog sitter who happened to be a good friend, and we were driving to Vegas. And I remember telling my ex-husband, something feels really bad. Can we call and check on the dogs? And he's like, oh, you're just missing them. It's fine. You're just anxious. I'm like, okay. I sat with it. Honey, no, something's wrong. I can't explain it, but you know that I'm psychic. So can we just call the dog sitter? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. So we call and he's frantic and he's like, guys, there's these huge clouds. Starts sending us photos. It just started after you left. And I don't know. I think I have to evacuate. Hours later, he's in the car with my dogs driving on the PCH, which took hours to get to Venice. He stayed at a friend's house with our dogs and was safe. It took over a month while we were still in Vegas. We got back to our house, I think a week later. Not our house, sorry. We got back to LA. Had to stay in a hotel for a month. It took the month for us to find out if our house was there or not because we couldn't get up the hill to see if it was there. So all that anxiety and stress that all of you guys are going through that don't even know yet if you have a house is real. You start thinking all the hope starts dwindling over time. You start getting pictures from people telling you what they think happened. There was a vineyard right on top of our house that was burnt to the ground, and we saw that video and we thought ours is gone for sure. We didn't know. It took over a month. Finally, yes, you realize you're so lucky because you have yourself and your family and your dogs and your kids. But what if your stuff is gone? Some people feel embarrassed by being upset about mementos and photos and wedding dresses and all the things. No, you shouldn't feel bad. That's serious. It's a serious trauma. And you know what I did? I let myself feel it all. And when we got back there and saw what was going on and what there was and wasn't to take, we said, let's just get out of here for a while because the climate is so heavy. And you know, if you're in the Palisades, Malibu, LA, and in general, it's heavy grieving time. The climate, the consciousness is low right now, and it's going to be for a while. I was lucky enough to be able to leave, but was I lucky? Because I had no friends around me, right? So you do what you have to do to get through it. My suggestion is, like I did, ask for help. My friends were amazing. They were open. They're like, you just went through shit. Do you want to come over for dinner? I want to bring you food. I want to do this. Even when I was in Vegas, I had friends saying, can I fly in for the weekend? Can I come spend some time with you? Yes, 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 yes. You need support. You need help. You need time. So yes, yes, yes to all the support. And if you don't have support, reach out to the people online who are saying, I'm going through this. And you know what? You don't have to know them. Say, I'm going through it too. Can we be support buddies? You need support. And I know you guys are probably waiting for me to get to this point. What the hell happened? Well, I have my own theories on what happened, why all these fires broke out. We know there was arson. We know people were starting fires. We know there's wind. A lot of people want to make this political. And personally, I feel like it partially is. Personally, I do. I think that values were compromised. I think that certain things were given more attention and more important things were neglected. Was it on purpose? We don't know yet. We don't know any of that. But stay tuned because when I start to figure things out, I will be sharing it. But what I do know for sure is there's a collective consciousness in LA that is shifting. People are experiencing things now that they never fathomed experiencing. I know when I lost my house and my things and my car and all the stuff, I was like, wow. The thing I was grateful for most was my inner work because I realized that with all of my possessions gone, I was actually still really good. And that sounds weird, but the reason that I was good, what I focused on was my work. I still saw a ton of clients. I was in a hotel room in Westwood for a month and I was seeing clients and they're like, how are you doing this? I said, I'm using what happens to me to serve you. And I'm telling you guys, even those of you who are going through loss, even helping others during this loss is amazing. Even if you're just being a mutual support, I used it. And what I realized is a lot of the shit I had, I didn't need and I don't really even care about anymore. I mean, no, don't say that to anyone who's going through anything, but you do notice what matters. And what matters is, yes, those memories. And yes, you are losing the comfort of your home, but it's like this wake up call of like, maybe I will focus even more of my pain into purpose. Truly. I think I had to move out of LA, 6 years ago, and there's something kept me away. And now that all of this is going on, I see that it's 100% just this collective war zone of the right side, the left side, of who did it. Are you to blame? And what I like to say is, yeah, I'm sure there are people to blame. And right now, not important. Not important while we're healing, going through things. What is important is, where am I going to eat? Where am I going to sleep? Where are my kids and animals and husbands and wives? Where are we going to collectively heal? So there will be a part 2 to this, obviously, because, I like to get down and dirty into topics. But For now, I just want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you for whoever you're supporting. I want to thank you for just listening and sharing this with whoever you think it may help. I have a long podcast about this coming out soon. If I already mentioned that, whoopsie. But be sure to listen to that because it'll be longer and more in depth. But also, guys, if you have anyone you know who needs support, send them my way. Send them to the websites. Send them to any resources you need, because when you're in a stressful situation that's very traumatic, you don't even know how to think sometimes. You don't even know what you're supposed to be clicking on and looking for. So just do it for them, please. And I love you guys, and I'll see you very soon.